Hey everybody, welcome to the 2018 End of the Trail Classic, presented by DGA and brought to you by In-Flight Disc Golf. I'm Lake Terrell, and I'm here with Andy Parkison, the tournament director of this tournament.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at a famous statue, the End of the Trail. It actually sits over in Tennessee in the museum right now. Nice shot of that, Andrew. Signature statue. So we're going to look at, Jeff Castle, Fresno Flight Center, huge sponsor in this event. Check him out online at FresnoFlightCenter.com, and also check out this year's SenCal Series event, Fresno's Hardpan Classic. This is a fundraiser for the Parkison's Research Foundation. Please join us this year in our SenCal Series in Fresno. Look for us online.
And if you didn't catch the front nine, we've got some good players on the card today. We've got Austin Spradlin out of Bakersfield, Matthew Paul from Simi Valley, David Madruga, Auburn, California, Kyle Eckmann, Huntington Beach, and Clint Calvin out of San Diego.
Yeah, we saw a slow start out of the crew, but what a great card to be watching today. Austin, Matt, some young guns, Dave, Madruga,
Up-and-comer Clint just hitting the open scene.
Yep, Madruga and Kyle, some veterans, especially to this tournament. Let's see how it pans out. Yeah, so this hole 10 is 430 feet. You'll see OB Creek on the right and Walking Path and Beyond on the left. You can see the basket is not in that position that we just looked at. It is down here in the C hole. So there is a drop zone if you are out of bounds. More lenient than hole 8. You see Austin choosing a flex left to right. Plenty of power to get there. He's going to go for it.
That needs to move left, and it looks like it did.
And it does. Yeah, puts him, getting the safe signal from T-pad 11. Putting him circle's edge.
A really tight fairway to hit here with the OB on both sides, and it's really dangerous to hit this flex line. You got to keep it up just enough. And
Dave does not. He's going to find himself at the drop zone, throwing for 3. Kyle Eckmann with some plenty of power, hangs it out right and hoping to fade left on a pure hyzer, 430 feet.
Fantastic. That's wonderful.
Almost on a rope. Great shot, Kyle. Yeah, if you can throw it 420 feet and fade left, then you got the shot. And Clint's going to try it too. Having it high, turnover, does it have enough to come back? No, he's going to find himself at the drop zone too.
That's the price you pay if you want to risk it to go for the green. You got to flirt with the canal.
And Matt Paul.
Those guys paying the price there. Matt Paul
with a lefty plays it a little too much turnover. He's going to find himself at the drop zone where Dave just threw from. So Clint's going to be putting for 3 from the drop zone.
And just a little low.
Don't worry.
Matt from the drop as well.
Had the height just a little bit to the left. Strong side for him.
And a birdie look here for Austin.
Oh, and you know he wants it. Just leaves it a little short. Kyle too, thinking he's going to eat up 2 strokes right there with the birdie. Sitting at -4 now. That's going to put Austin at par. He's going to stay at even. And Matt Paul with his bogey. This back 9 is really a tough back 9. I've been playing it for years, and really if you can make it through these back 9 holes without a bogey, then you've done good. You want to hold on to the birdies that you have.
Yeah, unfortunately for a few of these players here, starting off the back 9 with a bogey is not ideal, but hopefully they're able to pick things up and capitalize on hole number 11 here, 414-foot par 3.
Yeah, and you can see the creek on the right is OB. That path we're looking at plays as a river. Basket's gonna sit in the long position back to the left by the redwoods and with the road OB left. So you really have to do a position shot. A lot of these guys will have the power to maybe get in position with a hyzer. Looks like Kyle is lining up just that shot. High to the right, fade left. We have lost a couple big oak trees. If you veterans remember, they have a clean open shot off the tee that we've never had before. Austin's picking a high turnover shot. Should land him right in the sweet zone. Man.
That's huge.
That's huge.
How do you throw it that high and still be near the circle's edge? I don't understand that.
Junior has got power. Sneaky power.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. He could throw 978 feet.
Mm-hmm. Dave opting for the safe hyzer play. Gonna just get his 3 and get out of there. Clint looking at the hyzer line also. Yep, you want to get around that first tree.
Oh, looks like he caught the top of that one, and that's going to break off a lot of the distance that he wanted.
But he stayed in bounds. Matt Paul, you get under that mulberry there.
Looking for a little ground.
Oh, and Nestle before the road. Great play. He's going to have probably 60, 70 foot left to the pin. Clint Calvin with probably a 200 foot hyzer. Put him nice upshot, about circle, inside the circle, don't you say?
Yep. And David, after going just a little bit short, he's left with about 80 or 90 feet here.
Yeah, he gave it a half run. Happy to tap in his 3. That was his play.
Long jumper from Matt. Lays it up nicely.
Happy with his 3 too.
And a long look for birdie here from Kyle.
Kyle wants it. Plenty of height, faded a little bit left early.
And for a solo birdie on the card. Pops it just a little too much. Goes just over the top.
Wanted it a little too much.
Cleaning up his par.
Mm-hmm.
Austin doing the same.
Luke a little bit high, still in there for par. The same on the scorecard. Madruga for his par. Okay, moving on. This is another signature hole, hole 12. It's a 300-foot shot. However, there is a row of trees we call the Iron Curtain. Really, you have to find a way through the Iron Curtain. I believe the pin location we're looking at is the short hole. We're going to play this today a little bit just past that tree there to that position. So he's looking at a hyzer, hits an early tree, gets a skip, hits the Iron Curtain, and he's going to be stuck behind the road trees.
Looks like he was swatted down from the 1978 Steelers defense. Oh, that was the steel curtain, I'm sorry.
Wow, Austin trying the high route. The only problem with that, there's a palm tree that sits by the basket that he has hit. You can see the brush fall from it. The debris is a clear sign. He hit the palm. Did he come down? I'm not sure. Madruga chooses for the low gap, makes the Iron Curtain, scoots up for about an outside the circle putt. Ooh, what's Clint lining up with? Right?
Looks like a flex shot to me. Throws it nice and hard and flat. That's overstable.
Rejected by the Iron Curtain, but leaves him an open pocket for a look.
Really, it's hard to hit a gap so far away from the tee box. You just got to throw it hard and hope that you can fight through.
Matt Paul does it beautifully, and you can see that the fountain is OB to the right. The path runs through it. Now you got the OB to the left that Clint's flirting with. Leaves it high. Oh, and nestles. That was a flirt with the OB, but stays safe. Kyle's going to give it a somewhat run.
Smooth.
Happy to walk out with his 3. Madruga, he's hungry. Had the power.
Left.
Yeah, and that's the problem with that high shot off the tee. You don't want to have to throw it low, but that's what happens. That high shot, that palm tree is hungry, and he is stuck in the tree putting for a 3P and gets it.
Converts. Nice.
Man, but he loses his disc. Does he ever get that back?
Bye. He's waving to his disc, I think.
Nope, that was a fan. Passing by. Said great putt. Rightfully so.
And can he get the birdie? Oh, just off the front.
Very uncharacteristic. Matt Paula is a great putter. Maybe just a little bit of nerves with the camera. Clearly disappointed with himself. You can see Clint too, but he's going to tap in his par again. If you can make it through these back holes, bogey free, you've done good. Which they have escaped hole 3, bogey free. Star par.
All right, we got Kyle with a 3-stroke lead on David heading into hole number 13, 351-foot par 3. I believe the basket that we're looking at on this footage is not the basket that we're playing to, correct?
No, it's going to be, we're looking at the B hole position, which the C hole is further to the right. This is going to dogleg to the right. Y'all. The pin's going to nestle back another 50 feet to the right. But great flight with the drone. Andrew, appreciate it. This is going to be a flex shot. There's really not a lot of OB. The walk path is to the right. OB is long if you overcook it. You're going to have an S flight. You're going to bend something over stable. Left to right, get back in the fairway, and you can see just continue that turnover like Austin did beautifully. And it stays in bounds.
Just a bit long. Looks like he'll have some trees to contend with there on the green.
Yeah, he's going to have those guardian eucalyptus trees. But it was a great flight. Madruga hits a little bit early, fades off left. Clint's lining up that S turn, you can tell. Starting it high.
Nice forced over shot, but maybe a little bit too forced over as he sort of cut rolls, but
not the height.
Long jumper.
Not the height to bend back. Matt Paul is looking at just a big lefty hyzer. Yeah, just get it out, fade back to the right, miss that privet bush. It looks like he's going to be stuck with 50, 60 feet.
David, after an early tree hit, is going to be throwing a ghost on the approach, leaving it a little bit to the right. May have found those eucalyptus trees, but should be close enough to hopefully straddle out or something for the par. Jumper layup for Calvin.
Yeah, he wanted it.
A little low from Matt.
Kyle from probably 65 hits pole.
And looks like he's got a little bit of a gap here. Yeah, he's going to take a straddle. And
Dead in the heart.
Very nice.
Clearly excited. Jogs up, pulls it out. Happy to get it.
Madruga looking at his par.
Yep. He
Right
wants
in
it
the
too.
center.
Yeah, great putt. He ain't leaving that one short. Looks like they're starting to get their groove by the hole 13. Things have settled down. These guys are getting a putter stroke back. Granted, these guys had a long putt for par. Tapping in a 3. Moving on.
Looked like a barbecue they were having there. on the hole 14.
I see what you did there.
What are we looking at, Andy?
This is another signature hole. We're playing in the long position, 740 feet. This really is a 2-part hole. You have a gap to hit off the tee. Your landing zone is around here. You're looking at the B hole position that we're not playing. Again, Andrew, great footage of the fairway. We're going to be playing there to the left, back in that shade in the par 4 position. Around there. So really your first shot, you want to get 300, 350 off the tee, and then just have an open look. It's a better look to the right, excuse me, to the left. Austin going for a roller off the tee. Again with the power, He's going to finish left, and there is an open shot. We lost another tree over there to the left. So ideally, off the tee, if you're to the left, you'll have an open look.
Big air shot here from Kyle.
Little early release. He hits that first oak tree, and he's going to have probably 400 to the pin.
Madruga going hyzer flip.
Yeah, they all want to play it to the left because it's an open second shot. He sawed it off a little bit early and finds a early tree. Mind you, there is OB there to the right, and if that stands up, he's going to find it, but it does not. However, it finds the Ukes.
Lefty looking to turn one over here, move over to the left side of the fairway. Stays pretty clean, and that should be good position.
Yeah, we'll see with the look that he has. He's a lefty, so it's going to be a little bit tougher.
Looks like Clint's trying to lay down another roller here. Sort of catching the bottoms of these trees, not fully allowing it to stand up.
So that road we're looking at is OB left and beyond, but he steers clear of it. Madruga's going to have a big hyzer over the B hole. There. Finds an early tree, and he's probably 100 foot out. Not happy with that, I know it.
Kyle taking a more direct line. A bit of a flex here. He's turned it over, and it's hyzering back. Can it hyzer back and move to the left enough?
He's going to have a tough putt, probably 60, 70 foot out from the pin.
And a flick of the wrist and a big hyzer from Matt.
Yeah, you get over that first mulberry. Again, we've lost two. There was two mulberries in a row that you had to contend against. The first one's gone, only leaving the second, which left him a big lefty shot. And Austin, yeah, you play it far enough left, you're just going to have a big hyzer to the pin. He probably had 400. He left it a little bit to the right. He's probably looking at 45, 50 feet too. Clint laying up for his 4.
David with a little half throw. He'll be taking a 4.
Matt as well. Now Kyle has a look. Oh,
just off the cage. Such a great long putter.
I'd have laid money he'd have made it. Junior wants it, left a little short, but that's okay. It looks like they're all going to be pretty much topping in for their par 4s.
Yeah, it's a nice day for a barbecue.
Yeah, I guarantee none of them are happy. That is a stroke that we needed to get.
Yeah, especially the difficulty of the back 9. You want to stay away from the bogeys as much as possible, but when you see a par 4, any pro is looking at that as a scoring opportunity, and one that was basically squandered here by all these guys.
Yeah, what a relief to see your card do it, but you know the rest of the cards are probably going to get a 3. And moving on to hole 15. Now this is a tough one. As the trees grow, this fairway becomes tighter and tighter. So OB left of the service road and beyond, right of the fence line and beyond. So you really have a really tight fairway. Another shot that is a 2-part hole. I think I've seen a couple people actually birdie this. One was Derek Billings and second one Steve Rico, but really it's a 2-part hole. Throw it down there 300 feet and have another 215 to the pin or 265 to the pin. You can see Austin.
Yeah, if there's anybody on this card that can 2 this hole, you would think it would be Austin.
Well, and he puts it over the A pin location and has a look. Great shot. Way to keep it in the fairway. This fairway is what do you say, 75, 80 feet wide total?
Yeah, which is not very wide when you're talking about a 500-foot distance shot. That can become quite narrow and looks like a little bit too narrow for Kyle as he found the out-of-bounds line there.
Really, the typical mistake that you make here is you want to throw distance, so you throw it high. Problem is, if you don't have something with a little bit of flip, you fade back left, and that road comes up real quick.
This looks like it's moving right enough to stay clean for Clint.
Yep, that's a great shot. Perfect shot for 150 to the pin. Now Matt Paul's, it's a little bit easier for a lefty to flex one out, although he didn't get it enough over.
Hard to tell there, but flirting.
We'll see if he stayed inside the OB ropes. Dave did. Tough footing.
Yeah, he was pretty far away after an early tree hit.
Ooh! And you can see Matt Paul, actually, that is fair. He stays inbounds, gets relief off of the OB. However, palm tree in the way. He does a forehand, left-hand flex, hits another early palm. Okay.
Tough card decision there.
Yeah, but that OB line is out of bounds, and it looks like they have called him fair just by inches over that white line. So, fortunate break for Kyle.
And it appears that I've got some insider information. It looks like Madruga's drive was actually stuck in the tree with the 2-meter rule. So that was actually him shooting 4, and he'll be putting 5 from there.
Yeah, tough break for Dave. Austin with the crush, with the look. Get it, Bubba.
Oh, off the front cage. That would have been a rare 2.
And he loves impressing people on those long shots. I know he wanted it.
And another tough decision from the card here. Looks like he'll be safe.
On enough grass that they called him safe. Woo!
Flirts a little bit with dancing out. Says, let me get that out of the way for you, David.
Yeah, he's got that powerful spin putt like Austin.
Unfortunate double bogue for Madruga. But some nice pars for the rest of the guy. Really not a par to be ashamed of. Such a long hole.
Okay, this one is 325 feet. Those 2 trees you see in front of you. It's a double Mando. We call those monkey puzzles. Those are the only tree a monkey can't climb. But if you make it through the double Mando, continue straight in the 325 feet. If they make it through the Mando, they should have a look at a birdie.
So this one is all about the gap. You got to hit the gap if you want a chance at the bird. And there you see why the gap's so difficult. You got some branches sticking out. You can't throw it high. You really just got to lace it up the center and have a disc that finishes just as straight as you threw it off the tee.
Yeah, however Austin hit branches, he stayed inside and made the Mando. Clearly Kyle did too, with a look at too.
Clint, nice and smooth, a little turned over. He'll be just outside the circle, somewhere in Circle 2'sville. Off one of the mandatory trees.
However, it kicks through, and it looks like it did make the Mando. Lucky break, Matt Paul. Madruga with looks like a ghost, just straight up the middle.
He made that look real easy.
Yeah, I might have even been a Patriot.
Did I quick shot you again?
Long jumper from Matt.
Really just an upshot. Calvin looking for 2. I know he wants it. And he connects.
Gets
Great
the
putt.
bucket. Nice.
I was like, just hammer, please. Yeah, Kyle.
Nice birdie.
Yeah, Kyle. Another great putter. Madruga.
Nice birdie as well.
Yep.
Making a, tough hole look really easy there is Madruga.
Yeah, and coming down the home stretch, hole 17. This one actually is an alternate location. This one plays 369 feet with OB Creek. It's OB to the right. You can see a line on the left-hand side coming up to the Boy Scout cabin and past, circling back around the pin that sits right there to the right of the picnic table that you're looking at now. So the players were gonna have to keep it in the fairway and keep it from fading left or right. You can see the line there on the left.
Yeah, no real opportunity to go big hyzer here. You just got to pipe one, lace the gap with a lot of trees to miss. Low ceiling, it's not an easy line.
See Clint flex one over a little bit, heading right for the OB Creek.
Yeah, he stays clean. Unfortunately, Matt's going to send him out of bounds on the right.
Yeah, I don't believe there's a drop zone on this one. It's the last place they were fair. Madruga not wanting any piece of that OB, laces one right up the middle. Probably 300.
A little early release there from Scrappy Dude.
Goes out of bounds early behind the tree. Not what you want to look at as a second shot for 3. Matt Paul flexes a ghost. This is one of his trusty ghosts I know that he loves. And it looks like he stays up top. Oh wow, it looks like Austin realized and was unimpressed with his lie from his OB shot and chose to re-tee. Hits a tree in the middle, kicks a little bit left, but that was for 3. See how
A veteran move, but probably the right move, I think, in that situation.
Kyle with an upshot leaves him inside the circle. And thrown for his 3P. Puts it under the pin. Great recovery.
Austin shooting for 4. Trying to make this double bogey as easy as possible, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that. He'll have some work to do there.
He'll be inside the circle. Yeah, tough putt. Matt Paul with the lefty sidearm. Routine.
Nice.
Routine shot for him. Great shot. And Madruga with an easy hyzer up shot, probably his pursuit. Kyle a little short.
Unfortunately, that'll be a bogey for him. And looking for a double bogey cleanup. Not going to connect on that one. And to, get strokes on the card with a par there is Matt. Nicely done.
Yeah, taking his time, not one to miss the opportunity. And tapping in for his bogey 4.
And a triple for Austin. That's tough.
Not how he wants to end the round. But with a smile on his face, good for you, kid.
The race to tap in. It looks like Kyle beat him to it.
Madruga tapping in for his 3. Happy about it.
And the last hole on the first round. Hole 18, 315-foot par 3. What are we looking at, Andy?
And this one's tricky because the island you see on the left is OB. You have to clear the wall. The dirt before the wall is not fair. So they're looking at probably a 300-foot shot over multiple OBs to land on an island. Dave flexes one out and around. It looks like he has the power. And he does. He's outside circle, but he is on the island. Matt Paul chooses a flex line right at the pin.
Well done.
Excellent shot. Skips a little bit long, but looks like he's inside the circle, putting back at the pin for 2. Kyle high right flexes one out. He's going to have the tree to deal with. He is safe, I believe. There is an area to the right that is fair. The area you see to the right of that rock wall is fair.
But the unintended landing zone, I'm sure, for him.
Absolutely. Clint, too.
Austin looked a little early on that one.
Oh, and he is not happy. They flex one out of bounds. Looks like Kyle hit early into the dirt. He is fair for a throw up for 3.
Now, are these guys shooting 2 right there, or is that a...
I think he was throwing for a 3P.
Okay.
Austin as well. Now it looks,
so?
yep, that is a tribute to Steve Rico. And I think 2014 he hit a putt against Nico there to save a 3P for a 1-stroke win. Madruga looking at 2 from outside the circle's edge.
You know he wants to finish the round on a high note.
Ooh, and he does. Good for you,
Nice.
Madruga.
Great putt there.
Finishing under. A little
flip of the cap.
tip of the hat. And Matt Paul.
Nice.
Great putt. Way to finish with a birdie. +2. Not happy. I know he's not. Calvin with a +1. Also not happy with his round. You can see it in his face. Austin tapping in for his bogey.
Some really capable players appear to have struggled here on the first round with some over par scores. It looks like Mr. Eckmann will be finishing up here with a par and leading the card at 4 under, and Madruga finishing 1 under.
Yep.
And all the other guys over par. Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
From San Francisco, Thomas Tomaselli with a 7 down. Great shooting. And another NorCal player, Mike Paremba. A couple of great people. Devin, also out of NorCal, with a 4 down with Josh
Nice
Castle.
move to stay away from the last name there.
Go ahead. Crayenhagen. He's a really great guy, good friend of mine. Tied with Josh
I
Castle.
think you butchered that one.
And Kyle Eckmann also at -4. Thank you everybody for joining us on the round one
Back 9.
back 9 at the end of the Trail Classic, presented by DGA and Legacy Disc. Shout out to Andrew Reyes and In-Flight Disc Golf for the footage.
We'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.